of thought going on, because the missions are actually the same, because this is holding you back. Sagittarius! Welcome to your February 2026 reading. I'm so happy to have you here. We are going to continue with our signature Mystic Compass spread. So that means it's going to be in the form of a compass. At the north, we have the earth element, which represents your housing, finances, and career. And then over to the east, we have our air element, which represents your connection to your thoughts, dreams, focus, anything of the mind. And then to the south, we have the fire element, and that is your connection to the divine, spirit, goddess, the universe, the cosmos, your higher self, etc. And then over to the west, we have the water element, which is feelings and emotions. So let us get started. For each of the 4 directions, we will have one general theme that's going on, a message that's popping up, and followed by an action item. So you can actually take the message forward and have something to do with what we're sharing here. Starting out in the north, Sagittarius, you have the 4 of Swords. So this is our general theme here. So this is dreams. What are your dreams? What are you dreaming about? And have you enacted them in a tangible way? Have you actually done anything with your dreams? This is the theme that's out here. What are your deepest desires in life? And what are the things that you spend all this time thinking about? And have you actually turned them into something real? Let's see what your action item is here, Sagittarius. Oof. We've got double swords in this spot. Swords typically are associated with the air element, so that means that there's something here with a lot of thought going on. Thought that's related to something tangible. And are you turning something tangible? Are you turning something that you're thinking about into something tangible? We have our action item is the 2 of Swords. And so this card is looking at what are the internal conflicts that we're having around our own desires. This is asking you to make decisions about the things that you want out of life. What are about your dreams? You have to make decisions. And it seems like for a lot of you, some of your dreams and desires are conflicting. Some of you want to move abroad and also make a lot of money and also have a loving partnership with your romantic partner. And not all of those things can happen at once for most of us. So Sagittarius, you need to be making decisions about what it is that you value most and what you're willing to do now, or what can you do now. We can't action everything all the time, so we have, because time is limited, is finite. So we need to decide what it is that we're able and willing to do right now versus what we can do later. So that's your action item for that area of your life, Sagittarius. And this is around your career, finances. Some of you have been thinking about starting a new job. Some of you have been thinking about moving to a new place, but you're not actually doing it. So this is prompting you to get the ball rolling with that. Moving on to the east with our air element, this is our general theme here that's coming up, is the 5 of Pentacles. So just like you were thinking about the things that you're actioning, maybe that's repeated here, is you're still thinking about things to action. Some of you are thinking about ways to help other people or ways that you can be helped. And so this is asking you to really look at, to put that into something tangible. Let's stop thinking about it. Let's do something. Let's go volunteer your time at a soup kitchen for unhoused persons, or at another nonprofit, or at a church or a temple. We need to act on the things that we're thinking about. Okay, this is taking action. What is your action item here? I can't believe it. 3 of Pentacles, more Pentacles. So this is so interesting. You're thinking about what to do, but not actually doing it, Sagittarius. What more must happen before you actually action it? This is helpful. This is one of the most helpful cards that could have come out here, because this is your action item, is to do this in teamwork, to work with other people. You're not supposed to do this by yourself. You're supposed to do this in a group. So go look for groups that already exist, nonprofits, church groups, etc., that are already doing the things that you're interested in doing, and they can help you on your journey. You can help them complete their mission. Everybody's helping complete each other's missions, because the missions are actually the same: to better the world, to make the world a better place for yourself and others. So yeah, this is fantastic. Let's see what we have down at the south with your connection with the divine. Oof. What's coming up here is the Tower. This card is representing pure chaos that's outside of your control. So, and I make that a point, it's outside of your control. Whether or not you want it to happen, it's happening. And so this is telling me that a lot of you have been disconnected from your connection to the spirit, and that there's something missing. Maybe you grew up without having any, maybe you grew up in an atheist home or an agnostic home, not having any connection to the divine or spirit, or maybe you did grow up in that and you just went in the whole other direction and you're just like, I'm done with this. I don't want to be in an organized religion anymore. But this is calling out that there's something here that's needed from you. This is something that is severely lacking in your life. Okay. Now, what is your action item here? 5 of Wands. There is conflict in your life that is requiring you to take action. So the Tower is chaos outside of your control, but the action item here is to enter into the conflict of the Tower and figure out and take a stand. You need to stand for something. If you if you stand for nothing, you will fall for anything. I'm saying that again. If you stand for nothing, you will fall for anything. So you must take a stand, and you must take a stand in terms of your connection to the divine and your relationship with the divine. If you do not pursue that relationship on a daily basis, that is giving space for other things to come in and take up your time. And those other things may not be as beneficial to you as having a strong sense of spirituality or a spiritual belief system. Let's see what we have for you over in the west with our water element. More Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. So your feelings are wrapped around new endeavors, where you're looking at like what's something new that I can, a new project that I can start, or how can I spend my time. And this is just calling that out, that you're not actually sitting with your feelings, that you're focusing you're turning feelings into action or into like a money-making endeavor for a lot of you. But so this is just calling that to light. Let's see what your action item is over here. Four of Pentacles. This is, so we're lots of pentacles for you, Sagittarius. So there's a lot going on here in the very tangible, real world for you this month. This is asking you to step away from greed and what is the opposite of greed? Feel into what is the opposite of greed. The opposite of greed is generosity and giving from a full cup. You don't need to hoard wealth. You don't need to hoard resources. You have enough. You can give freely. The fact that this is what your emotions and feelings are wrapped up in is indicative of there being much deeper fragments of the whole. So maybe some of you need therapy to figure out where this money trauma is coming from. Some of you have money trauma, and that means that maybe you grew up in poverty and now as an adult you're feeling like it's never enough. That's true for some of you. That's this feeling that's coming out. And then but you need to work through that because this is holding you back. I'm seeing a lot of stagnance for you right now, Sagittarius, and we need to pull out of that and launch forward and really move forward. And we need to get the ball rolling and be action oriented. Alrighty, Sagittarius, one final card to wrap everything up and figure out what is the overall theme in general. 9 of Swords. So you have almost exclusively Swords and Pentacles in this reading, Sagittarius. So this is more air element here. This is more mind. This card is representing anxiety and depression and like overthinking. You're just plagued by thought. There are people that are willing to help you. Do you have pets at home that you can connect with emotionally? If you don't have people at home, do you have a pet? And if not, go out, like we were saying earlier, with teamwork. Find a place where you can connect with other people in teamwork. That is what's going to get you out of your own head. I see a lot of worry and concern that things aren't going to work out. We don't need to do that anymore. Things are working out. You just have to believe it. So where can you switch your thoughts around and think, okay, I don't think this is going to work out? Where can you switch that thought? Instead of asking if it's going to work out, ask how can this work out? And change the perception. Instead of it being a question of if or whether, it's a question of how and when and what can I do? Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Please let me know in the comments if all of this is making sense and resonating with you. I would love to hear how you're interpreting these messages and taking these forth on your journeys. Sagittarius, my heart is with you. I know that this is not an easy time, but by shifting into action rather than just thought, you're going to shift your life for the better. And this is it's apparent. It's all here, and your life is valuable beyond measure. So please let me know how this is all landing with you. Also, go check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs videos, because that's going to give you a fuller picture of everything that's happening for you this month. Also, remember to check out the 2026 year ahead tarot spread for the collective. You can match what's going on at large for everyone with your individual month readings to see how you fit in with what's going on in the bigger picture. Thank you so much, Sagittarius, and I will see you all so soon. Bye.